Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, if you're new here and you like a pond build or anything to do with aquariums, be sure to hit that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on any future content. And if you're returning, welcome back. So yeah, this is just a little mini series that I've got going on, which is going to be all about the setup of this new 250 litre aquarium. Sump driven, it's going to be tropical, going all out. It's going to be real life plants. So yeah, let's crack on with it, and I'll see you soon. Right, so I haven't really showed this on the channel much, to be honest with you, or at all. This is kind of my wind turbine, my aquarium, my marine aquarium. I've had it about 3 years now, I think. But I've got rid of some of the corals because my plan is I want to shut this down. It's not the ideal setup for a reef tank. I've got a canister filter under there, which has done okay, to be fair. But marine tanks do take a lot of time, and I just haven't got the time for this for a marine tank anymore. So I've organised for this lot to go. This beautiful Japanese toadstool there. That's going. I've got 2 clowns in there, a chromis, some crabs, some snails, etc. A couple more corals around the back there, one over there. But anyway, yeah, that's going. It is a beautiful tank when you have it under the fluorescent blue LEDs of a night time. But like I say, it's just too much work for me, and I'm not really about to give it the time. So yeah, that's going. But I've got a replacement. That's 123 litres, that tank. I was going to keep it, but something came up, and I went and picked it up yesterday. 250 litre tank. Without the weight, okay. Got a beautiful cabinet with it, well built. And it also comes with a sump system. And I also got some LED lights and some other bits and pieces there. But this is a reef tank. It's a 250 litre reef tank. But I'm not going to be using it as a marine tank. I'm just going to be having freshwater tropical. There's a lot less work has to go into a tropical tank than a marine tank. You haven't got to worry about your RO water and salt in your water and monitoring salt levels, etc. So yeah, it does need a clean up. It's a bit stinky. Mrs. Casey isn't too impressed that it's sat in the middle of a living room, but once the livestock's gone from that one, I can strip that tank down, move that, and then get this new tank in its place. So yeah, that all needs a clean down. I've just cleaned the sump. Not sure how I'm going to run this at the moment. There are a few different setups you can have. I've got a skimmer there, but I don't need a skimmer for a freshwater tank. So if anyone is into reefing and they're after a Bubble Magnus 3.5, I've got one going. But yeah, there's my sump. I need to try and get some filtration in there one way or another. It's got an auto top-up system built in as well. That's a separate tank that goes on the top. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to have a fiddle around with this. Right, so I'm going to have to adapt this pipework slightly from what I want it for. This is my main drain, which runs into the valve and into the sump. The second one there is the secondary drain, or the secondary overflow goes into the sump. And the third one there is for the return. I'm not going to have to do anything to that. The 2 filter socks I'm going to move back over here. I'm going to cut this pipe down slightly just so you can get into the first filter sock. And then with my main drain, I am going to have to do a little bit of pipe work. I'm going to try and get a T so it can go into both of the socks, but if it only goes into one, that won't really be a problem. Right, so there's the adapted pipe work. Like I said, I did ideally want to put a T in there and go split it into the 2 filter socks, but it just went over the other side. So what I've done, I've got the main drain coming into the filter sock there, and then the overflow going into the second filter sock. I'm going to see how that runs. I've left that so I can adjust it, try and keep it quite quiet. But yeah, that's the pipe work pretty much done there. Like I say, this is kind of trial and error really with doing a sump on a tropical tank, because this was a reef sump that's already been adapted. But yeah, I think it will do the job anyway. So yeah, there's the pipe work done. Needed to get it done because I don't think I'm going to be able to open this door once it's in place. So yeah, let's move on to the sump. Right, so this is going to be a little bit of trial and error with this, I think. Got some filter foam, got some media. I've also got some alpha grog in a garage, and I've got some nets as well. So I'm thinking foam, media down there, alpha grog. This is where the return pump and the heater's going. I've also got 2 of these mini moving beds. So yeah, I'm just going to have a little play around with it and see what we can come up with. Right, so this is where we are with the sump. Got my ceramic filter media there, and my filter socks there. Like I say, that one's for the overflow, that one's for the main flow. So I'll go through the filter sock into the ceramic media for biological. I've got some sponges there which may not do a lot because the filter socks are quite substantial, but that will catch any extra crap that's going through. Got 2 net bags or media bags with a load of alpha grog in. Might just put a little bit more in just to bring it up to the top of the sponges on that one. And then it will come round here through this gap at the top. There is a little gap at the bottom as well. Got 2 of these little moving bed type gizmos in there. So hook them up to the air. It'll draw water in underneath and out through the top. 300 watt heater there on that side, and then into the return pump, which will pump back into the tank. This is a reservoir for the automatic top up, and the tank, automatic top up tank, sits on the top there, comes up to about there also. And then yeah, you've got the little auto top up valve there, so that's not really used for much apart from that. But yeah, I think I've got a decent amount of bacterial media in there, and mechanical. These filter socks and them sponges will definitely do the job. So I'm going to run with that and see how we get on with it. I can always adapt it at a later date, but like I say, this sump has already been adapted one way or another. So I've had to kind of just play around with it, but that's the setup, and I do think that it will do the job. What I'm going to do, one extra thing, is I'm going to take the media, the brand new media, out of those 2 moving beds when it comes to start the tank up, and I'm going to get some filter media out of my moving bed on the pond, get some K1 in there, which obviously would already have a little bit of maturity to it, so that will help start the system off. So yeah, happy with that, and hopefully it does the job. Okay, so I've just made one final adjustment before I put this into place. Put a piece of sponge down there, just so I've got more mechanical, and just so that the media underneath doesn't get covered in cack. So yeah, that's happy with that now. I've taken the return pump out of there and put it into that chamber. I'm not going to be using the auto top up from this because, having done a bit more research, they're not that reliable. Plus I won't have to have the big bulky tank sitting on the top. So return pump's in there, heater's now down on the bottom of this chamber. Water will be going in through the top, and water will be sucked from the bottom down there from the warm section, blown out over the top, blowing that way just to give it a bit more contact time with the heater. So yeah, happy with the sump, so I'm going to get it into place. Right, that's it for this one, guys. We've made a start on getting this tropical system set up. Moving forward, I'm going to be showing you what you need to do when introducing live plants into an aquarium, and also I'll be using a CO2 system on this aquarium as well. So yeah, exciting times to come. Yeah, so we'll leave it there for this one, and until next time, thanks for watching.